Hey Giselle, couple of things here. This is my first one that I'm looking at, so I'm just going to record these. So your um, keyword should have been interior design in Salt Lake City because there's the number one. And so down here it says is an interior designer in Bountiful, Utah. And I'm not saying that she has to be in Salt Lake City, but if you're looking for an interior designer in Salt Lake City, Edit Design House is the place to go. It's fine that you use, Stacey Graves because I do that in a couple of these, but most of the time I usually try and focus on the actual um, brand itself. So, if you look here, Edit Design House, and I have two pretty full paragraphs, whereas you have three sentences, and two sentences, as opposed to maybe three or four down here. So just one thing, I mean, we could keep this one, it's fine, but first off is the keyword is wrong, and then kind of the length is a little short. And you do have the call now, so good job. I forget how many years, but that we can look at up here, obviously. Okay, 15 years, so cool. So yeah, that's just the first thing. I'm going to make this a few other things, but I'm just going to pause it in between. So looking at this one right here, are you looking to take your health and lifestyle in a new direction? Nutritionist and lean. One thing you could say instead of nutritionist in Layton, Utah are here to help, you could say a nutritionist in Layton, Utah from Journey to Rise are here to help. So it could be. So just that's one thing. This is little and stupid, but I do like a space in between so that people can tell the difference between where we end and where we begin. Right here, I'm seeing that there is no pending posts for Steve Wilcox, so I hope you get that done sometime soon today. Thanks. Again, zero pending posts right here from Veterans Plumbing. So the other thing is, like for To Evolve Coaching right here, Bountiful Life Coach is the keyword that we're looking for. And if you read the rest of this, instead of like if you're based in Bountiful, Utah, if you're looking for, so like here I'd say if you're looking for a life coach in Bountiful, or if you're in Bountiful Life Coach. So if you're looking for a Bountiful Life Coach, comma, don't hesitate to contact To Evolve. So then that one is in there again. And it's not really up here. So I'm not trying to be super critical. I'm just trying to help you for the future. You don't have to go back and fix these. I want you to make them better in the future. That's why I'm shooting this video. Another thing I did notice is this post right here on March 1st and this one on the 27th are the exact same. Please do not have duplicates. That's not a good thing. I also am wondering what you're using for the writing in the word hero because these just seem really short paragraphs, and some of them, like this one right here, if you're looking for a life coach in Bountiful, Utah, that's not a complete sentence. This should be a comma if there's no capital here. So I need you to redo a couple of these and maybe fix this one that is the double. And like I said, like if we're focusing on one particular keyword, like this one right here, To Evolve Coaching is life coaching business in Bountiful, bounded by professional life coach that provide. Try and get the first keyword in the first line, or the keyword in this line up here. So To Evolve Coaching and Consulting provides services for Bountiful life coaches and throughout the Utah Valley. Like that would be a good alternative to right here instead, because then it's Bountiful Life Coach. There are no posts for Justin Yoder. if I said this twice, sorry, but Veterans Plumbing Corps also has none. You don't have to fix this one, but just be careful with affordability as well, because sometimes, I mean, that's a very loose term, so you don't want to be promising something. Oh, well, you said you're affordable, but I can't afford a $10,000 system. Well, okay, but that's how much the system is. So, like, it's comparable, maybe, and competitively marketed or something like that instead of affordability, just so that they know that this is something that they could do. I do like this right here, educating on what they actually need. I hope you got that from me because that was something that they talk about. But it looks like you're looking through their GBP optimization. I know that a lot of AI loves writing like leading, premiere, all that stuff. You could just say is a great instead of the leading, because technically they're not leading anything. They do have experienced team of technicians to handle any job, but just be careful with those terminologies as well. Like right here, premier provider, like they're not yet, they will be eventually, but just that terminology is, is instead of the premier provider of air conditioning and salt. It should probably say like replacement. So I want you to, after it's written, don't just take it for everything that it's given you. Put in the key word. So air conditioning replacement Salt Lake City is the key word, and all you just say is air conditioning, which I know that sounds like I'm splitting hairs, but replacement is where we want him to be found for, not just air conditioning. Because air conditioning could be for cars, it could be for motorhomes, it could be for all this type of stuff where it's not necessarily air conditioning replacement in like in a house, which is usually more definitive. But yeah, once again, I don't know what you're using. On here, you should be using the blog. Excuse me, let me sign in real quick. Blog paragraphs, if I remember correctly. Yeah, you should be using this one right here, and I'll run one real quick. So right here, Saltair Systems HVAC company specializing in AC and furnace replacement. Here's my keyword, professional. See how I have like roughly 2 paragraphs of content right here? So then we could go and do, excuse me, this one. You paste it in, and then here you can fix it too. So Saltair is a family-owned HVAC company providing service because they're not in Salt Lake City. In Salt Lake City, Utah, that specializes in air and replacement. So AC replacement right there, it's in the first line. It might not be the first sentence. And then with years of industry experience, our knowledgeable technicians are well equipped to handle any installation. Like this is what I do. So I'm just showing you. We provide quality workmanship and reliable products so that the air conditioning system runs efficiently around. Along with providing professional inspections. So like something I might do is just take out this whole thing because it's just kind of unnecessary. Our comprehensive inspection service includes checking all necessary components such as filters, coils, blowers, and motors, which is especially important when living in the Salt Lake area. So you need to change this. Oops. Like area with its high salt content. In addition, we also offer free estimates for any potential customer who are looking to upgrade their equipment or install new. We aim to educate first, and we don't have to change it. But do you see how I went through this whole thing real quick? I mean, it took me probably less than a minute. But it goes through each one, and then it makes sure that I have, air conditioning replacement, Salt Lake City, all in the first line. It doesn't necessarily have to be in order, but I prefer it to be. But just to show you, if we copied this and went over here and hit edit, you could see how much longer this one is. I mean, it's very full, if that makes sense. So I'll probably make another video just to make sure everything's good if I need to. Otherwise, I'll just look through and give you a call. Love you. Bye.